Namaste everyone. Welcome to my crow pose with beginners class. Today you'll need a pillow or a cushion just from around the house, and a yoga block or a nice thick book like a dictionary will do just fine. So we'll start in bound angle pose, so soles of the feet together, knees wide, reclining all the way down to the mat. Chin gently tucked into the chest. And placing one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Starting to breathe deeply, bringing the awareness, the attention to the breath. Starting to slow down the breath, slow down the thought processes. Arriving on your mat. Giving yourself these next few minutes to dedicate to your practice. Starting to engage the yogic breathing pranayama. Inhale belly, side ribs, back, chest. Exhale chest, back, side ribs, belly. Inhale belly, side ribs, back, chest. Exhale chest, back, side ribs, belly. Inhale belly, side ribs, back, chest. Exhale chest, back, side ribs, belly. Continue in your own time. So we're working up to the peak pose of crow pose or bakasana. Crows symbolize boldness. They're extroverts of the bird world. They portray confidence, curiosity, and exploration. They build their nests high to get a better perspective of their surroundings. They are known for their adaptability. So use your crow energy to fly out of ruts and soar into a world of endless possibilities. Use crow pose to ignite a sense of fearlessness, a sense of taking flight to the opportunities opening up in front of you. Gently releasing the palms beside you. Starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Taking the knees into the chest, giving yourself a big hug. Rocking side to side, massaging out through the spine. And gently taking the knees wide, the soles of the feet towards the sky, and grabbing hold of the inner feet with the hands, drawing the knees towards the floor, happy baby pose. Holding here. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Releasing the knees, taking the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug. Opening the knees out to the sides and pressing the palms away from you, coming into a reclined crow pose. Then hugging the knees into the chest once more, rocking side to side. And then starting to rock and roll backwards and forwards until you get enough momentum to come all the way up to sitting. Crossing the legs in front of you, coming into easy cross-legged pose, Sukhasana. And then starting to circle the wrists. Closing the eyes if that feels nice. Opening up the wrist joints, warming up the wrist joints and changing direction. Sitting nice and tall with a straight spine. And then taking the arms out in front of you and opening and closing the fist as fast as you can. Really doing this as fast as you can, keeping the arms straight, the elbows straight. Feeling the forearms start to burn. Just a few more breaths. Then raising the arms, continuing the fists, opening and closing as fast as you can. And then out to the sides, keep going as fast as you can, feeling those forearms burn, working those forearm muscles. Smiling. And then shake it all out. And taking the hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, and pressing the palms into each other so that you're stretching the wrist joints. Really pressing the palms into one another. Breathing with a straight spine, long breaths. And then changing the direction so that the backs of the hands are touching, stretching the wrists in the opposite direction. So really wanting to warm up the wrists and work the forearm muscles to protect the wrists while we're in crow pose. And then taking the arms out directly in front of you and flexing and extending the wrist joints. Again, you'll feel those forearm muscles start to burn, which is good. We want these forearm muscles nice and strong so that we can protect our wrist joints when coming into our arm balances. Especially women sometimes tend to have quite weak forearm muscles. So it's really important to strengthen these muscles so we don't dump into the wrist joints, causing pain or injury. And again, shaking it all out. Shake, shake, shake. Then rolling over the knees if the knees are happy, or taking the feet to one side and coming into tabletop. Inhaling to arch the spine, look up, and exhaling to round, chin to chest, belly towards the backbone. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Inhaling, arching. Shoulders above the wrists, hips above the knees. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Knees are hip width. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, round. Come all the way back to sitting on the heels. Taking the knees mat width distance apart, the big toes touching, and folding all the way down into a wide-legged child's pose. Reaching the fingertips forward, pressing the palms into the mat. Feeling the hips gently open. Deep breaths through the nose. Just 3 more breaths here. For 1, 2, and 3. Inhaling, coming up to all fours. Taking the crown of the head to the mat. You can place a blanket underneath the head, interlacing the hands behind you into one big fist, keeping the heels of the hands together and taking the fists up overhead. Chaturanga, rabbit's pose, opening the shoulders here. Breathing deeply. See if you can take the fists further past the head, opening those shoulder heads. And then exhale, come all the way down to child's pose. Release the backs of the hands by the ankles. Inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Coming to sitting back on the heels and working on engaging Mula Bandha. So the bandhas in yoga are muscular contractions or locks, and they're important in arm balances and inversions. So Mula Bandha is engaging the area between the anus and the genitals, the perineum. So contracting the muscles of the perineum. And then coming back into all fours, tucking the toes and pressing back into your first downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, bending one knee, straightening the other, and really pushing the mat away from you with the palms, trying to get the chest further towards the thighs. Reaching the tailbone up towards the sky. It doesn't matter if the heels don't reach or the knees need to bend. And then gently finding stillness, inhaling, coming forward to plank. Exhale, push back, down dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, push back, down dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look between the hands. Step yourself all the way up to the top of the mat. Feet are hip-width distance apart and just hang down over the legs. You can grab hold of opposite elbow creases and move the torso side to side, hanging down like a rag doll. Releasing the hamstrings, shaking and nodding the head. Can bend deeply through the knees if that feels nice. Just completely releasing the back, releasing the hamstrings. And then gently releasing the arms, bending the knees, slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Head and shoulders come up last, and rolling them down. So we're going to practice the other yogic lock. This is called Uddiyana Bandha. So you take a complete exhalation and then inhale, take a fake inhalation, hollowing out the belly. So you'll see me exhale, then inhale, sucking the belly in and all the way up and out. And again, exhale completely. Inhale, suck the belly in and up. And release. Exhale. Sucking the belly in and up. And release. Coming back to the top of the mat. Standing tall in Tadasana. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, dive forward. Draw yourself in, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look up. Exhale, bend knees, plant palms, walk, step or jump back to plank. Bend the knees, take the knees to the ground, chest and chin to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra, lift the arms, neck is long. Exhale, push back, down dog. Long breath in, long breath out. For 2, 3. Inhale, walk, step or jump front of the mat. Halfway lift, exhale, fold, draw yourself in. Inhale, reach up, rise up, palms press. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, dive forward. Draw yourself in. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look up. Exhale, bend knees, plant palms, walk, step, jump back, plank. Bend the knees, lower the chest and chin. Booty stays high. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms. Exhale, down dog. Staying here for 1, 2, 3. Inhale, look between the hands, bend the knees, walk, step or jump, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, draw yourself in. Inhale, reach up, rise up, palms press at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, dive forward, lead with the heart, draw yourself in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk, step, float back, plank. Bend knees, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, glide forward, baby cobra, neck is long. Exhale, push back, down dog. Staying here for 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, look between the hands, bend the knees, walk, step or float. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up, palms press. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bend the knees, scoop the ground, Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend super deep, tuck the tailbone under, lift the chest, lift the arms. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, fold forward, draw yourself in. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, scoop the ground, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step back, high lunge. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, lift the left leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square yourself off. Exhale, step it outside the left hand. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come down onto the palms or the forearms. Take the back knee down, untuck the toe, or keep the back knee high. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, take the palms back to the mat if they're not already there. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, take the knees to the ground, chin, chest to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra, neck is long. Exhale, push back, down dog. Staying here for a breath. Inhale, walk, step, float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, draw yourself in. Inhale, reach up, rise up, palms press. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, scoop the ground, Utkatasana, chair pose. And breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding all the way forward, draw yourself in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, scoop the ground, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, step back, high lunge. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, take the hands on the inside of the right foot, either staying on the palms or coming down to the forearms. Taking the back knee down, untucking the toes, or keeping the back knee high. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking the palms to the mat. Inhale, step back plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, glide forward, baby cobra. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Either stay in down dog, come down to child's pose, or if you'd like a challenge, bend the forearms, come down to dolphin, walk the feet in a little bit, and breathe. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, meeting back in down facing dog. Exhale here. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bend knee, open hip. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, step it between the hands. Take the back heel down. Inhale, windmill the arm all the way up, warrior 2. Exhale here. Inhale, flip front palm, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle, elbow to knee or hand inside the leg. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle, and hold. Long breaths through the nose. Exhale, take the left arm down, swivel on the back heel. Inhale, lift the right leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend knee, open hip. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, step back to dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying in plank or taking the weight forward, coming halfway down to chatarunga. Elbows on a 90-degree angle, breathing here, or coming all the way down to the belly if it's all too much. And then all the way down. And pressing yourself back into a child's pose, sitting back down on the heels. Either staying here in child's pose, or in down dog, or dolphin. Walking the feet a little further forward. And holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, bend knee, open hip. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, step it between the hands. Take the back knee down. Inhale, windmill the arms up, warrior 2. Exhale here. Inhale, flip front palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, elbow to knee or palm to the floor. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking the right palm down, squaring yourself up, stepping back for plank. And again, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down, chaturanga. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down to the belly, pressing back to child's pose. Breathing here, or breathing in down dog, or coming down to dolphin, your choice. Wherever you need to be, breathing here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Everybody meeting back in down dog. Inhale, walk, step, float to the front of the mat. Exhale, fold, draw yourself in. Inhale, reach up, rise up, palms press at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, cross it over the left, double bind if you can. Take the arms wide and take the right arm underneath the left, double binding if you can. You can see this a little easier. And then lifting the elbows up, bending the standing leg, and holding here in Garudasana. Long breaths through the nose, gazing at a point of focus about 30 centimeters in front of you. Opening the arms, lifting the knee into the chest. Exhale, coming to tree pose. Taking the foot to the ankle, the shin, above the knee or into the groin. Hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. 5 breaths in tree pose. And then coming back, taking the knee into the chest and exhaling, step it back, high lunge. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, step back plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, glide forward, baby cobra. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Long breaths through the nose. Breathing in your downward facing dog, pressing the palms into the mat. Inhale, walk, step or float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up, palms press. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, left knee into the chest. Exhale, cross it over the right, double bind if you can. Taking the arms wide. Taking the left arm underneath the right, Garudasana arms, lifting the elbows, bending the standing leg, breathing here. If you lose your balance like me, it's all good. You can take your right foot to rest on the floor so you have a little bit more balance. Long breaths. Then open the arms wide, knee into the chest, open the leg out to the side, and come into your tree pose. Hands in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra. Long breaths. Balancing poses. Then inhale the knee into the chest. Exhale, step back, high lunge. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, step back plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, glide forward, baby cobra, neck is long. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Staying here pressing the palms into the mat, chest towards the thighs, gaze between the thighs, tailbone pointing towards the sky, bending the knees if you need. Then coming down to dolphin pose, walking the feet in a little. If this is too much, you can come back to down dog or rest in child's. Long breaths through the nose. Then walk the feet back, coming into forearm plank or dolphin plank. Breathing here, engaging the core, engaging Mula Bandha, engaging Uddiyana Bandha. Long breaths through the nose. Strong core. Then pressing back up to plank. Holding here. Long breaths, strong body. Then coming all the way down to the belly. Taking one cheek to the mat and resting here for a few breaths. Feeling the heart beating in the chest against the mat. The rise and fall of the back as you breathe. Connecting to your breath. Taking the other cheek to the mat to balance it out. Not long to go now. Surrendering everything and taking the palms underneath the shoulders, pressing yourself back to down dog. And taking the knees to the mat, releasing all the way down to sitting on the heels. Taking the legs to one side and taking the soles of the feet together, the knees wide. Opening up the feet like the pages of a book and then folding forward with a straight spine first and then releasing the head. And taking the wrists for circles in one direction. Warming up those wrists again, getting ready for our peak pose Bakasana. It's coming. And changing direction. Opening the hips as we warm the wrist joints. Long breaths. And slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. And taking the arms out in front of you, opening the fists, opening and closing the fists as fast as you can, warming up those forearms and bouncing the legs up and down like a butterfly, opening the hips at the same time. Inhale the arms up, keep opening and closing those fists. I know it burns. And then out to the sides, keep going, keep going. Just a few more seconds. Breathing deeply. And release, shake it all out. Take the knees together. And finding your boat pose Navasana. Option 1, hold the thighs. Option 2, release the arms. Option 3, straighten the legs. Lift the chest. Breathe. Engage the core. Engage Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Long breaths through the nose. Then draw yourself in. Give yourself a hug. Point the toes. Take the forehead to the knees. Then opening the feet to the side, coming into Malasana. So opening the hips, taking the hands to Anjali Mudra, heart center, opening the hips with the elbows, pressing the elbows against the knees. If the heels don't reach the mat in this pose, you can take a blanket underneath the heels. Preparing our hips for our crow pose. Keeping a nice long straight spine. And then finding your pillow or cushion and your block or large book or stack of books. Stepping your toes onto your block, placing your pillow in front of you. Placing the palms on the mat, extending all 10 fingers out towards the side. Remembering the engagement in the fingers, really pressing the mound under the index finger and thumb into the mat. Pressing all 10 fingertips into the mat so there's a slight lift underneath the palms. This will protect the wrists. Lifting the hips all the way up, taking the knees onto the triceps, and then lifting one leg up, squeezing the leg in. Long breaths, hardly no weight on that back toe on the block. Then come down. Check your alignment again, coming up, lifting the other leg off, pointing the toe, squeezing the leg. Engaging the fingertips and the mound underneath the index finger and thumb will protect the wrists. And then coming into full crow pose, lifting both feet off at once. Engaging Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Long breaths and gently come down. And if you fall, it doesn't matter because there's a pillow there. So if you'd like to try it without the pillow, those advanced students can come into crow pose and then gently take the forehead to the mat, lifting the legs all the way up into tripod headstand. Engaging the core, engaging the bandhas, and gently coming down, which I didn't do, all the way down into your squat. Removing the block and releasing the head, rolling the wrists in one direction and the other direction. Deep breaths. And then coming down to sit on the butt, crossing the legs, taking the hands to Anjali Mudra, stretching the wrists again, and the other direction. Then rotate the hands to stretch the wrists, back to Anjali Mudra, back to reverse, and then taking the backs of the hands on the mat, stretching the wrists in the opposite direction than you use them in crow pose. And you can move side to side to stretch the different parts of the wrist of the forearm muscles here. And then taking both legs long, removing the flesh from underneath the butt cheeks, you can sit on a rolled up blanket and then folding forward, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. First folding forward with a flat back and then drawing the chin to the chest. If you don't reach the feet, you can use a strap or just grabbing hold of the ankles or the shins. Doesn't matter if you can't come all the way forward. Really pressing the balls of the feet away from you. Releasing everything down. Letting everything go. And then inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Rolling the shoulders up, back and down. Taking the right knee into the chest, giving it a squeeze and sending it out to the side, squaring off the hips and exhaling, folding over the left leg. Again, using a strap or grabbing hold of any part of your leg you can. Coming down with a flat back first and then releasing the head. Deep breaths in the nose, out the nose. And inhale, rolling up. Taking the left hand outside right knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale sits you taller, and exhale twists you further, looking beyond the shoulder. And inhale center, exhale de-rotate forehead to mat. Taking the hand behind you, inhale, lift the hips all the way up, coming up into a back bend. And exhale, coming all the way down. Taking the right knee into the chest and sending it long. Left knee into the chest, giving it a squeeze, sending it out to the side. Inhale, sits you tall. Exhale, folds you forward. Coming down with a flat back first, then releasing the head. Long breaths through the nose. Releasing everything down into the earth. Melting, releasing, breathing. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, roll the shoulders. Take the right palm on the left knee. Left hand behind you. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, sits you taller. Exhale, twists you further. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, de-rotate forehead to earth. Inhale, center. Inhale the left knee into the chest. Exhale, send it long. Inhale the right knee into the chest. Step it outside the left leg. Either stay here or bring the left heel close to the butt. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, hook it outside the leg, looking over the right shoulder. Breathing. Long breaths in, long breaths out. Inhaling sits you taller, and exhaling twists you further. Inhale, come forward to center. Exhale, de-rotate. Inhale, center. And exhale, stack the knees on top of each other, coming into Gomukhasana cow pose. Inhaling, sitting tall, and exhaling, folding over the legs. See if you can get your chin past your knees. Long breaths through the nose, opening the hips. Inhale, slowly come all the way up. Coming back into Lord of the Fishes. This one's a tricky one, taking the hands to the right, swiveling around, coming to the other side. So you should have your left foot stacked outside your right leg and your right heel close to your butt. Inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, twist, looking over the left shoulder. Inhaling to sit taller and exhaling to twist further. Long breaths through the nose, nourishing the spine. Inhaling to center, exhaling, de-rotate. Inhale, coming to center. Stacking the knees on top of each other. You can come forward if they don't stack properly. Inhale, sitting tall. And exhaling, folding forward, chin beyond the knees if you can. Long breaths, releasing the hips. And inhaling, rolling up. Taking the fingertips behind you, uncrossing the legs. Bending the knees, taking the soles of the feet to the mat, lifting the arms, engaging the core, rolling down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release all the way down. Taking the heels in close so you can touch them with the tips of the fingers. Palms on the mat, inhaling, lifting the hips. Walking the shoulders underneath the body, interlacing the hands into one big fist. Pressing the fists, the forearms, the shoulders into the mat. Lifting the tailbone, lifting the belly, lifting the chest a little more. Taking the chin away from the chest. Really pressing the soles of the feet into the mat. Deep breaths. Just a few more breaths. And then gently releasing the palms, slowly rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Taking the knees into the chest, giving yourself a big hug. Rocking side to side, massaging out through the spine. And starting to rock backwards and forwards until you get enough momentum to come all the way up to sitting. Extending the legs long, bending the knees, taking the feet hip-width apart, and folding forward, rounding the spine, rounding the neck. This is just to release the spine after the back bend. And then gently taking the feet together, lifting the arms and rolling down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking the right knee into the chest, giving it a squeeze, sending it across the body. The right arm out to a T, looking over the right shoulder. Twisting the spine, massaging the abdominal organs. Long breaths through the nose. See if you can keep your right shoulder on the mat. Taking the right knee back to the chest and then sending it long, squaring off the hips. Inhale, left knee into the chest. Exhale, send it over to the right. Left arm out to a T, looking over the left fingertips. Try and ground your left shoulder. Deep breaths through the nose. Twisting the spine, massaging the internal organs. Slowing down now. Gently taking your left knee into the chest, giving it a squeeze and sending it long, releasing a ponytail if you have one. Taking the feet at least hip-width distance apart, gently falling out to the sides. The arms beside the body a few centimeters away, palms facing up, fingers gently curled, and chin tucking into the chest. Sinking, releasing down, letting everything go, melting into your final resting pose, Savasana. Feel free to pause this video and rest for at least 5 to 8 minutes in your Savasana, allowing time for the full effects of the practice to cultivate in the body. And then starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Inhaling the arms up overhead, giving yourself a big stretch. From the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. Then tucking the knees into the chest, giving yourself a big hug. Thanking yourself for nourishing your body in this way. Then rolling to your right side, your left palm on the earth. Staying here for a moment, then pressing into the earth, keeping the eyes closed. Coming up to a comfortable seat. Taking the hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Taking the hands to the third eye for hopes and dreams. To the lips for truth and honesty. To the heart for love and compassion. Bowing forward in reverence to your higher self. And gently rolling up. Namaste, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Have a beautiful day.